Nerazzurri fans from all over the world, welcome to the Interglobe for the pre-match of Empoli-Inter. Reverse strategy. What do I mean? I mean that you should think about the strategy to use with Empoli, dear Simone Inzaghi. You should really elaborate it a lot, even through a few days. You have to sleep over it and understand what's best. Then you go to the locker room and you instruct the players to do exactly the opposite of what you have thought for these days. Why? Because every freaking time we try to do a good performance after a Champions League game, we lost. So whatever you thought strategically was completely wrong. It's just a joke, but I mean, really, try to change something because this situation is really not sustainable for us in Serie A. We gotta get to the fourth place. Also because we've seen what happens with Juventus, no? Isn't it funny? What a country we are. We deserve to sink forever because we are ridiculous. And Juventus is unfortunately one of the best examples of what our country is about, which is corruption, being false, playing with other people's sentiments and values. It's really disgraceful. Anyway, talking about Empoli, Inter-Empoli 0-1 in San Siro with our friend Skriniar being sent off. So we even have a lot to get a revenge about because that game was terrible, something to be ashamed of. Now we have the chance to win, and one important aspect about Empoli is that we played with Empoli in Serie A in history 29 times and we won 22. We tied 3 and lost only 4. So this is one more reason to believe that the momentum is with us, that the stars are with us. Also, something that makes me and all football fans of Inter touch their genitals probably is that Inter doesn't concede a goal out of home in Empoli since 7 consecutive games. So 8 games ago in Empoli, Inter suffered a goal. For 7 games, the last 7 games in Empoli, Inter didn't suffer a goal, and that's why probably today or tomorrow it will happen. But we will win anyway, I want to be positive. Empoli is 6 points ahead of the danger zone and risking the Serie B, but this means that it's not over for them, 6 points only, right? So it's not going to be an easy game because they're going to want to make points tomorrow. And one last piece of statistics is that they come from 2 matches that they lost in Serie A, so they're going to be very concentrated and focused in trying to change the tide. In terms of the starting lineup, Empoli plays with the 4-3-1-2, which creates difficulties for us in building plays from defense. So we're going to have to be very good and clever, not only with the defenders, but with the midfielders coming back to get the ball, something that usually Chala or Brozo do. And in terms of the starting lineup, I would go this way because I stopped reading all the forecasts on formations because they never get it right. So I better tell you what I would do in terms of the starting lineup. Onana, for sure. I hear that De Vrij is not back from the injury. It's a pity because I would make him play in the starting lineup because I want to save Acerbi for Wednesday. We all know that there is a match with Juventus that will decide the finalists of the Coppa Italia. So this also needs to be kept in mind. So I will start with Onana, Acerbi in the middle, Bastoni on the left and D'Ambrosio on the right because Damian desperately needs to rest. Midfield, I would start with Brozovic, Mkhitaryan and Barella and have Chala come on to the game in the second half because, as we said, Brozovic doesn't have the mental stability to come into a game and be effective and valuable. Only if he starts, he maybe can do that. So I would start with them 3. And then on the flanks, I would definitely go with Bellanova on the right because Dumfries has played too many games lately and we need him fresh for Wednesday. And on the left, of course, Gosens because we need to see his level and if he is a valid substitute for Di Marco in the crucial games that await us. And forward, of course, Lukaku, who will not play. This is another episode that demonstrates Italy as a country, what we are, you know. He was booed and called a monkey during the game in Torino with Juventus. He was given a yellow card and disqualified, and the Italian Serie A didn't even have the courage or the intelligence to just, you know, take back this yellow card and eliminate the disqualification for Lukaku. Anyway, so he will not play, and I would start him because of this tomorrow, definitely. With him, probably I would have Correa, you know, because he's regaining a bit of confidence after that goal in Champions League, completely useless, so don't do this. After he's gained confidence, I think he could perform well. So this is the way I would go. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please punch the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. It's very important for me. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, Forza Magica Inter. Ciao!